that dangerous black person. It's like that dangerous black person on the plantation who's always going around trying to read something or trying to figure things out, asking questions, trying to figure out how the plantation is run. That is a dangerous Negro on this plantation. Sell him down the river or give him a good whipping and stop him from being curious about serious things. Keep him in the silly mode. That is the category that black people are always supposed to be in. The silly mode, the destructive mode. Don't let them think about anything serious because then they become a danger. It's like that dangerous black person on the plantation who's always going around trying to read something or trying to...
Shalom. Like to say all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Akakwadash, the one the pastor of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the elect. My name is Kanawak from Great Millstone, Toronto, doing this lesson in this regards to, Esau is threatened by Israelites that are against him, his whole agenda, against his system. And that's Esau's worst threat, right? That's why they have the Project Megiddo, where they basically say that the so-called Black Hebrew Israelite, they're a hate crime, like a hate group and all this shit, because of Esau's threatened, right? Because he knows that, once the Israelites are waking up to the truth, that their empire is about to end. They know that. That's why it says in 2nd Esdras 6 and 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is beginning of it that followeth. So we're seeing the transition of his world, and when we're in, when some of our people were in captivity, right, through like the transatlantic slave trade and all that, they had the Willie Lynch letter, right? How to break a slave. They had a letter. They had a book, called the Willie Lynch letter, man. And let's go on. Let's go on this. What do you call it? Gemini. Let's go on this. Let's build off of this, off the AI. The Willie. Is it the Willie Lynch? So let me go on Google quick. The Willie Lynch. Willie Lynch letter. I believe that's what it is, the Willie Lynch letter. I'm gonna see if they have it on because that's what Esau was doing. He had methods, how to break a slave. Right, let's go on this Willie Lynch letter. Damn devils, man. So let's play this, right, with the whole Gemini, this artificial intelligence. Let's play this quick.
The Willie Lynch letter refers to a purported 1712 speech that outlines methods for controlling slaves by instilling distrust and division among them. However, it's crucial to understand that this document has been widely discredited as a hoax. Here's a summary of key points. The purported content. The letter allegedly describes techniques for pitting slaves against each other based on factors like age, skin color, and gender. The goal was to create lasting divisions that would prevent unity and rebellion. The reality. Historical analysis has revealed that the Willie Lynch letter is a modern fabrication. Experts have pointed out anachronistic language and historical inaccuracies within the text. There is no credible evidence to support the claim that such a speech was ever delivered. The significance. Despite its inauthenticity, the Willie Lynch letter has had a significant impact on discussions about race and the legacy of slavery. It has been used to illustrate the psychological manipulation and divide and conquer tactics employed during that era. It is important to remember that the affects of slavery were very real, and that even though this document is a hoax, the ideas that it presents were used during that time period. In essence, while the Willie Lynch letter itself is a hoax, it has become a part of the cultural conversation surrounding the historical effects of slavery.
Yeah, that Willie Lynch letter wasn't a hoax. This was a method because they knew, Deuteronomy 28, right? The curses that befall the Israelites if they disobey the Heavenly Father, right? Deuteronomy 28, and I started at 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all the commandments and the statutes I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Right? Curse shall thou be in the city, curse shall thou be in the field. Right? And that's what's happening. We're cursed. No curse shall be thy basket and thy store. So your business, your so-called your pockets, your bank account, right? You have no real wealth, and basically, from 15 all the way to 68 are the curses that befall the Israelites. So they know exactly who we are, and they use the Willie Lynch letter, the methods, and they still do it. They still have methods to break our people, right? So let's play this again.
Black on the plant. It's like that dangerous black person on the plantation who's always going around trying to read something or trying to figure things out, asking questions, trying to figure out how the plantation is run. That is a dangerous Negro on this plantation. Sell him down the river or give him a good whipping and stop him from being curious about serious things. Keep him in the silly mode. That is the category that black people are always supposed to be in. The silly mode, the destructive mode. Don't let them think about anything serious.
And that's why they have all these distractions, man. They have the whole entertainment, the music, the athletic world, this whole so-called black culture, which is not your culture. You are the Hebrew Israelites. You're not black. Black, basically, you calling yourself black, it means you're of low status. You're dead. You're basically a dead person, right? You're of no, let's go on the word black on the Gemini. The black etymology. Let's go on this. It's the same thing. Not really saying nothing, but but you calling himself black, that's not a good thing, man. We are Hebrew Israelites. We aren't no black person or black people, man. But that's what they want to do. They want to basically keep our people dumbed down. That's why they give our people these so-called who runs this whole entertainment industry, this whole music, these small hats, and these Edomites that are these executives, and they basically push death, destruction to our people, man. They they promote our people. They have the whole Scott burger, with the whole like Travis Scott, they're and then his burger has pork and all this shit. So so they're always pushing wickedness, because they know that the way to destroy our people is to to keep our people in a very low state. That's what they're trying to do, man. you know. Um, and that's what they're doing, 24/7. So we're the threat, right? Because we're waking up, like to who we are, right? And these Edomites, they're upset because they see us waking up. Let's get that. Ezekiel, right? It says the army. I think Ezekiel, I believe, is 34 about the dry bones, or 37, I believe. Ezekiel 37 and 9. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, and prophesy, son of man. So Ezekiel was prophesying, and 'cause a lot of people were hard headed, back in that time, because that was when Ezekiel was in the Babylonian captivity, and our people were very stiff necked. That's why we end up going to captivity. Thus saith the Lord power, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. All right, our people are dead. The Lord, He's gonna restore back His elect, because the 2/3 they're black, they're dead. All right, so the Lord, He's gonna exhort and restore and bring back to life the elect. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Right, and that's what they're now. There's so many different camps. Starting with the Great Millstone, from basically like 2007. Where they had their YouTube, and they started uploading videos. They had like 30-40 part series videos that they would upload, and they would post it on YouTube, right? And then that's how a lot of um like a lot of our people woke up, off the YouTube era, right? And I'm a part of that YouTube era, here in Great Millstone, Toronto. We're of that flock, that woke up, you know, um, you know, basically, 2009, that's when a handful of us woke up, and we met up at the library at Young and Bloor at the library, right? We profit, and we were, we reasoned. Then the following week, we end up going over, Queen and Young, and we prophesied, man. Right, and it's been a wrap, the following week, a couple weeks after, like a whole bunch of police came, paddy wagon, and they wanted to arrest us, but the Heavenly Father protected us, right? Because we have our rights, our constitutional rights, that we have the right of free speech, so we're still out here, man. That that YouTube era of Great Millstone, and we're at the end. We're at the end. You know, um, let's get Amos. The Amos. I think it's Amos 8. Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the word of the Lord. right? And that's what's gonna happen, right? Soon we're not gonna be out here anymore. We won't we won't be able to upload videos anymore, right? Because it's gonna be all hell is gonna break loose. You see what's happening over there in and like Thailand over there in the east. Thousands of people died. People, like homes were destroyed, our buildings, that was destroyed. You know, when that comes here, man, it's gonna be a wrap, man. They shall wander from sea to sea and from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord and shall not find it. So we're not gonna be out here, man. Like we're not gonna be a spectacle anymore, right? Because that's why it says that we are made fools for the Lord's sake. This is we're very insignificant in this world, but we're telling our people things to look out for, and that these things is happening, and you know and everything that we're telling our people is coming to pass. But that's pretty much it. I didn't want to go too long, but like this is this video that so like like this is the video that inspired me, man. That we're a threat to this man's system. you know but that's pretty much it. So with that, like to say all praise due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Kakwadash, double honor to pass of great millstone, peace and blessing to the Shalom.
Dangerous black person on the plantation who's always going around trying to read something or trying to figure things out, asking questions, trying to figure out how the plantation is run. That is a dangerous Negro on this plantation. Sell him down the river or give him a good whipping and stop him from being curious about serious things. Keep him in the silly mode. That is the category that black people are always supposed to be in. The silly mode, the destructive mode. Don't let them think about anything serious, because then they become a danger. It's like that dangerous